Hi everybody, welcome to our Take and Make Laser Cut LED Ornament class. I'm really excited about this class because this is a new process that I didn't know how to do, and I've seen the LED acrylic light up signs before on different websites and things, and I just thought it was a really interesting technique, and I said, you know, this is going to be my goal. We're going to make these LED ornaments for Christmas, and I'm going to figure out how to do it. And so now here we are. So I'm very excited, and actually how easy it was to figure out how to do. They're not going to be super permanent because the battery is only going to last for so long, but you can always just replace the battery at any time when you want to relight it up. But let's get started. So you should have in your kit, you should have 2 ornament fronts. One should look like a snowflake and one should look like a present. And then you should have 2 ornament backs, one that has 2 holes and one that just has 1. The important thing is that the one with the 2 holes is going to go with the snowflake, and the one with the 1 hole is going to go with the present. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is just peel this plastic backing off. It might be hard to do if you don't have nails, but just keep picking away at it until you get it started. This backing protects the acrylic from getting scratched up. That's why I left it on there, because I didn't want your plastic designs to get all scratched up in the bag and stuff before you guys even got them. I have nails, so that makes this a little easier. Go ahead and do this with all 4 of the ornament pieces. Okay, so then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick an ornament to start with. I'm going to go ahead and start with my snowflake. And it doesn't really matter which way you go as far as where the design's at, so you can just pick a side. And then you're going to take your super glue, and you want to be really careful because, as many of you probably know, super glue is super glue. So it will stick to your fingers, and it is very unpleasant. So you want to be very, very careful with this. This is not going to be the type of glue that you want to use with your kids to do this. So, and if you are doing this with your kids, then I would just recommend you doing the glue part. But you're just going to take your ornament and put a little bit of glue along the edges here. As you can imagine, the glue is going to go a long way, so you don't have to go completely around. And then you're going to take the one with the 2 holes on it, and you're just going to place it on the back and line it up with the hole at the top and press it together. Super glue tends to sit pretty quickly, but just to be on the safe side, the clothespins here are so that you can add some pressure to the glue while it's drying, and then you can just set it down there. I broke my golden rule already, and I got some super glue on my finger, but that'll be my problem later. If you do, you can wait until it dries and just kind of pick away at it. You can use acetone, which is used for removing fingernail polish and things like that, to soak it and pick it off that way as well. Just make sure that you don't touch other things, because if you get your fingers stuck together, you're really going to have a bad time. All right, so while that one is drying, I'm going to go ahead and take my second ornament, and I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue here. Go around. And then again, I'm going to line up the holes, which is really important with this one because you want your notch to be down towards the bottom. And then just gently press it together and put your clothespins together like that. Okay, so while those are drying, what we're going to do next is we're going to take a look at our LED lights, and we're going to look at how they are put together. So this little pouch has your LED lights, and I'm just going to open it up. They look like little pins, so you're going to be able to see here that this is what they look like. It's kind of hard to see. I'll come a little closer here to the camera. They've got the little light on top, and then below that there are two prongs, and one of those is slightly longer than the other one. So they look clear, so it's going to be a little hard to determine which one is which. But with the battery, what you're going to do is you're just going to slip the light on top of the battery. And again, I'll come a little closer here to show you what that looks like. So you've got it just kind of sandwiched in the middle there. So the slightly longer end is going to go on the plus side, which is the smooth side. And then the slightly shorter end is going to go on the back side. And you'll know if you have it right, because if you flip it, it's not going to light up. So if you stick it on there and it doesn't light up, then you'll know you just have to flip it. So we know that this one is the red one. I believe everybody got red ones. You might have gotten a green one in there. But this is going to go with the present. So I'm just going to set this over here by the present. And then this is a blue one. And this is also a blue one. So these are going to go with your snowflake. All right. So we're going to take a look at our snowflake here. It should be dry, or at least dry enough to handle at this point. You're going to want to keep your fingers away from the edges just in case the super glue isn't 100% dry. But for what we're going to be doing in this next step, it should be dry enough at this point. So what you're going to do is you're going to put these lights onto the battery to the point that they are lit up. And with this snowflake, you're going to put the two blue ones straight up and down like that. And then they are going to fit into the two notches in the circle on the back of your ornament. So they might not totally light up, but if you press them together like that, they should light up. And in order to get these to stick, what we're going to do is we're going to take this dark blue circle here and peel it off. It's just like a circle sticker. And you're going to place this on the back of your ornament and make sure that you really press down on the battery part in the middle to get those lights secure. And then you can see you've got your light up ornament. So this one, I will say that the snowflake is going to be the trickier of the two to get it to stick. But if you just keep pressing around with it, it should eventually get to that point. There we go. So you'll have to take it into the dark to really see what it looks like. So then you're just going to repeat the process again with the present ornament. I'm going to take off these. The present ornament is only going to have the one LED light. And so you're going to take your battery and put it on your present. So pop this battery out. And again, we're going to stick this on here so that it's lit up. And we're going to place the light at the bottom where the notch is. And then this time we're going to take the white circle and we're going to put this one on the back of the present. The blue is going to help the blue LED lights really shine through your snowflake, whereas the white is really going to help with the red. So it's important that you get those. The other thing that you want to try and be careful of is not to get any wrinkles. I got a big giant one because it's just going to show through the LED. But it's also not the end of the world. But I can show you here. You can see that there's a couple of wrinkles because I didn't really pay much attention, but that's okay. You can always try to pull it off and re-smooth it out if you want to. If you are going to be needing to change the battery out, you're just going to pull this backing off. And if it's not sticky, you can always just put a piece of Scotch tape on there. It might not look quite as pretty, but it should have the same effect. But that's it, we're done. You're going to take these into your Christmas tree and light them up. And I'd love to see your creations. So feel free to take a picture of them on your pretty trees or wherever you're going to hang them and email them to me. All right. Hope you have a happy holiday or whatever it is that you are going to be doing in December. And we will see you next year here at the library.